So again, this comes down to a major misunderstanding about the actual science behind sex and gender. The first thing that I need to point out is, as I said, 1%, and this is in Nature Journal again, most respected scientific journal in the Western world. 1% of people are born with some sort of sexual biological issues, and a decent number of them are actually born with an inability, like the doctors don't know, looking at their genitals, if they're men or women. So what they wind up doing is they go in and they go, this for the up until the 90s, and they say, I think this is probably a woman. Let's surgically alter this baby, and they'll live their life as a woman. Now, as I said, this went up until the mid 90s. They realized this was happening and started to follow them. And when they followed a small cohort of these people who fell into that 1%, a number of them wound up identifying as the opposite gender than what the doctors had surgically given them as children. So I'm sorry, Mother Nature is a mad scientist, and she doesn't give a shit about any human ideas about gender. Gender is like what it is, the therefore you should within society. So the baby's born, pops out of the doctor looks and goes, that's a man or that's a woman, therefore you should. And the rest of society, maybe not in so many words, tells people that this is your role in society, this is how you are supposed to behave. And that is what gender is. Sex is your biological makeup, and it exists on a spectrum. All humans are bimodal, and not only that, but actually all men are actually modified females. The body, like the body in the womb.
What about people born with defects? They're all bimodal.
Hold on.
Born paraplegics, they're all bimodal.
Your time is starting now.
Yes, the paraplegic would still be on a bimodal spectrum between male and female. So yes.
So people born with birth defects are bimodal, I'm sure.
I mean, everyone is
bimodal. Hold on. We're doing 2-minute intervals, guys. It's Alex's time. Go ahead.
No, hang on. He interrupted me. I need to finish my point here. The body is essentially female until hormones act on it in the womb. All men, 100% of us, Alex, myself, we are all modified females. We're very different, but like, if you ever wondered why men have nipples, that's why.
Okay.
So
there we go.
Again, there's a lot of weird shit that goes on in the world.
Okay.
And you need to actually look into the science of this rather than just going with common sense and what you feel in your gut, because what you're doing is it's feels over reals.
Okay. Let's go.
It's just very cute. I think it's really cute for somebody to say the science, and you can't even say that a double X is the same as an XY chromosome. So you don't even believe the science. It does matter because one has a penis and one has a vagina. I mean, I guess you never saw the movie Kindergarten Cop, but they literally said boys have penises, girls have vagina. You can't even define that. Like, you're not even based in reality, Britton. You don't even think that there's a difference between male and female. So really, you're obviously a very smart person. You're so smart, you don't even know the difference between a boy and a girl. So sadly, I have to wake you up. I'm not a female. I have the male genitals. I have a penis. I have balls. That makes me different than a woman. Now, if I stuck my penis inside of a woman and I ejaculated and she had ovaries, I could get her pregnant. I guess you don't even believe in how pregnancy works. Now, do you believe that sperm impregnates an egg? I would like to know that. I mean, I think that's a very simple concept, that it takes a female egg in order to have a baby. So I guess my question is, does Leah Thomas have female eggs inside of her male balls?
If a woman is, I have a direct question for you, Alex, and you can answer this. If a woman is born infertile, is she a woman?
If she has a vagina, yes.
Okay, so it's not the ability to have a baby. It is the presence of a vagina, in your opinion. That is what makes someone a woman.
No. I'm saying there's obviously a caveat for people born with issues where they may not be able to get pregnant. But it's still the basis, the bottom basis. Because some women are born with birth defects or have some sort of defect. They may not be able to get pregnant. There could be they could have been something they could have had an issue, but that doesn't mean they're not a woman.
So please define what a woman is. You keep
a
talking
woman
about it.
A woman has a vagina, and a woman can have her period. A woman has eggs inside of that are able to
that's not true
have a baby.
If they are, for instance, born infertile. There are women
they still
who are
have
born
eggs.
Infertile, and there's cis women, and they can't.
I know there's
cis
women, but they still have eggs. They still have eggs, and they have ovaries. A man does not have that same thing.
Okay.
There is a difference. There's a biological difference. Well, let's answer this question: is a vagina and a penis the same thing, Brenton?
No. Why would you think I'd think that?
Well, because obviously you think a guy with a penis can become a girl magically. So that's why I would think
not
that.
magically, scientifically. Like we see
not
this
scientifically.
happen.
Well, can you go from a double X chromosome to an XY chromosome? Can you do that?
I got muted on this. It wouldn't matter because
I'm asking you.
Can
you do that?
X men and XY women.
Can you transition? I know,
rare.
but could you?
Edge cases, but
could you go? But could you transition? Could you change your chromosomes within your body?
No, you can't change your chromosomes.
Exactly. So then you can't change your sex, bud.
Determined solely by chromosomes.
Well, again, listen, you love science. It's just funny that, you keep on saying science, yet you can't even define a biological man or a biological woman.
Well, that's because a biological man and a biological woman do not exist. Men and women
biological man and a biological woman do not exist.
Because what you're doing is you're lumping in biology with gender.
I'm using
They're
facts.
not the same thing.
I'm using facts, and you're getting crushed because you have this you live in la la land. You're not based in reality, bud. You literally live in some weird convoluted world. Yeah, Brenton, you're not based in reality. If you think Leah Thomas, who went from the 450th ranked male to the #1 ranked woman in her swimming competition, the 200 meter, you don't think that they had an advantage. You're not based in reality, bud.
Again. It's very easy to go from the 450th ranked whatever and win a major competition. The rankings are incredibly close. We're talking about fractions of a second. We're talking about the difference between this and that. That is the difference between the first and the 457th whatever. Like,
yes,
that's again.
Just answer this. And why didn't Leah Thomas ever make it to the NCAA championships as a boy, but then did in her first year as a girl?
I don't know. Probably because she got to that point in her career where everything was kind of working in the right way. So it takes
because she started to compete against lesser competition. That's what works in the right way.
Again,
yes, it is. Is the #1 ranked male swimmer better than the #1 ranked female swimmer?
Yes.
There you go.
There you guys. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
I know. There you go. That's all I need to know.
Hold on a second. I want to let everybody in the chat know.
At any point during this, did I ever claim? Did I ever claim? In fact, I claimed in my opening that in fact
I need to let the chat know something. I need to let chat know something. Hold on. Everybody, gentlemen, do you guys want to keep having this open discussion as we're doing it right now? Can we try to keep it a little bit more civil and just not do the timer anymore? Because it's annoying to me too.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be uncivil. I mean, listen, I don't have anything personally wrong with Brenton. Like I said, I know ad hominem attacks. I'm not trying to attack you, Brenton. I'm just saying, and the only reason I'm getting upset or getting triggered, as you would say, is that you are trying to say that Leah Thomas you're trying to say Leah Thomas was an instant. No, I want to get this clear.
I never said that.
It's not about the arguments. It's about talking over each other. It's about the quality of the conversation for the audience.
Okay, but for me, this is why I keep on saying it's so germane. Leah Thomas, and this is the only application. I'm just using Leah Thomas as the example. I just want this noted. Never won an NCAA championship as a boy, and he did. And this is William swam on the female team. I mean, on the male team for 3 years, and then in her first year of competition on the female team, did make it to the NCAA championship and did win multiple events. I just want that.
You don't think competing for 3 years straight at the college level and competing for her entire life all the way up to that didn't lead up into her victory, which wasn't even the fastest time in the country. So it wouldn't even really matter if she did have an advantage. She is not the best swimmer in the country. She is among the best. She is an elite athlete again, but you're making a much bigger deal out of her win than it really is. And it's because you have been conditioned to feel this way by busybody culture warriors, because it is big business and big money to essentially cause hatred to that's like the entire
wait, first of all, you keep on saying I hate trans people. I hate Leah Thomas. You said earlier that I'm scared of trans people. I'm not scared or have any hate. Are you kidding? I have trans friends. I literally do. I mean, the fact that you think I'm scared of a trans person, scared of what? No, what I'm trying to do is I'm a feminist. I want to protect women. I just think a woman that competed her whole life and made it to the NCAA championship shouldn't have to lose to a person that swam on the men's team for 3 years. Now, you call that fear. I think that's just being based in reality.
I think that is you being based in what you see as common sense, but it's also you being very ignorant about this. Now, I want to say right here with
wait, real quick, how am I being ignorant to that? How is that being ignorant? Not being able to see that there's a huge difference from going from the 457th ranked to the first. That's not ignorant. That's math. That's simple math.
I've explained this 4 times. The
Well, she
difference
swam for
between
3
the
years and
first
never
rank-
she never won.
Yeah.
I know she never won. Yeah, you're
She
talking
was
about
60
a small
no.
difference, but she made a huge leap. She went from never winning an NCAA championship to winning. So it is an advantage.
Oh my
For
God,
me,
that's not that hard. Like
that's not that hard. Then why didn't those other girls beat her? They didn't because they didn't have the same advantage. They're not physically
they
as
did
strong
beat
as
her
Leah Thompson.
in the other event she
listen.
swam in that day.
What I'm
Like-
saying is it's not fair for biological men to be able to switch over. Just because every biological man is not as good as the best woman doesn't mean that he doesn't have an advantage over the majority because it's
Okay,
just a simple
well, let's
mathematic
take this right
equation
here.
from
So
the
you're
500
saying
to
you
1.
want sports divided by biology, correct? That's what
Do
you
I-
want. You want only,
I
only
don't. Sports have
biological
always been.
males.
Sports have always been divided by that.
No,
There's always been.
that's impossible because we didn't have the science of biology back in the ancient Greek times when the
First
Olympics started.
of all, men competed against men, women competed against women. That's not crazy. There's a reason why they've done that since the beginning of time, because of fairness. You don't want sports to be fair. In your own argument, you said, "Oh, well, sports aren't fair." For me, I think fairness does matter. So that's just where we're going to have to agree to
Okay,
disagree.
so-
I think fairness does matter, and that we should do every single thing we can to make the playing field fair. I do
Okay.
think that's important.